Good evening and welcome to IITW Radio. And all the Facebook fans, welcome. It is 5/20 of 2019. Tonight I have the young entrepreneurs in here, Seth and Aaron, or AKA Batgirl. How you guys doing?
No good. Thanks for having us.
Doing great.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about the Blue Crab Festival tonight and what you guys and gals are doing. As soon as we get there you are.
Hey.
Aaron's over there on her cell phone.
I'm making this thing go live.
So how you guys been doing?
Doing great. Super excited. Getting a little exhausted, but we're making it. We're trucking along.
Incredibly tired.
The Blue Crab Festival is a lot of work, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Are you having any fun with it, though?
Yes, we're having lots of fun. Katie and I wound up going and doing what we call wayfinding signs. You know, the signs where you go down to like Key West and it points like different directions that you can find stuff. We worked on a lot of that today, so we had a good time painting.
I gotta give a shout out to Aaron and Michelle, Michael, Aaron, Diane. Somebody said it's making my ears hurt. I don't know if that's. Turn the volume down. Oh, good. These guys are a lot quieter than I am. So I saw a thing where you guys have been hiding a crab around the county.
Yeah, well, we did that a couple months ago, and then we did it for about a month or so just to kind of get people interested, see what's going on, and took pictures of it. People had to go take their picture there, and we had somebody go and do every single last one of them, and so they actually won a free T-shirt.
So you guys getting excited? I mean,
yeah.
This is your first Blue Crab Festival. You took it over from the old farts, and you guys are handling it now as a young group. The next group is stepping in and taking over.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun to do. Wish we'd had more time to do our first one, but you get thrown in the fire and you just see what comes out.
And how long have you guys had to plan for this thing and bring it to fruition?
The night of when the city held the workshop until the first day of the festival is a total of 109 days. But Pulaski Young Professionals heard through the grapevine a little bit that it might be a possibility.
That's pretty quick to throw a festival together.
109 days.
Especially, and this is the first one you guys have ever done, correct?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Michael said, Taylor said, Riverfront Old Downtown deserves more love. Hello, Gary.
Yes, we actually, with the footprint that we have down in the festival area in the riverfront, we have maximized our space and just kind of used every square inch that we have with filling it up with anything that we could find entertaining to offer the community.
We even had to have them cut down a tree just so that we could fill up a little bit of space.
Story.
Oh, man, you cut down a tree?
Well, it was a little
like
tree.
A random place tree.
It was right in the middle of where everything needed to be.
It was already on the agenda. It was just moved forward.
Well, I'm sure they'll plant some more.
They will.
One thing we're not short on in Putnam County is trees. There's like 1 million miles of those. Yeah, you guys, for you that are listening on the Putnam Way, if the sound is a little bit different, you can kick over to IITW Radio on Facebook, or you can go to YouTube, IITW Radio, Indigo Tango Whiskey. Okay. So, where do we go from here? You guys already starting to plan for next year or what?
No.
No?
No.
You're not going to do it next year?
We've collected ideas and stuff that's been suggested and things that a lot of people come forward with stuff that we just didn't have the manpower, the time to pull off. So we've just kind of put a pin in it and stuck it to the side and stuff for, potential future.
Okay.
We got to survive the first one before we can commit to next year.
We may not be allowed to do one after this one. Who knows?
You guys might show up and be like, please just stay
please,
home.
you guys don't ever do that again. We don't know yet.
You just get your group to run for county.
Oh.
Get your young people to run for county, and then you could do whatever you want.
Well,
have you met us? I don't know if you want us in charge.
I can see. Hello, Miss Debbie and Doug. Anyways, you guys just run for county commissioners. Hell, Aaron, you could be the president. Seth could be the attorney.
Oh, no.
You look like an attorney.
No. That's definitely not my
Should be up
style.
there fighting for my rights. So what's the dates now for the festival?
It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This coming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 24th, 25th, 26th.
And
Yeah,
what-
we kick off with food, music, and beer Friday night about 5, and bands start playing about 6. And at that time, we're just having arts and crafts vendors set up. They're not going to be open. We understand there's going to be foot traffics coming out the side roads and creeping up towards the main stage. And they'll get a peek at some of the stuff as it's setting up. But the full-blown vendor area for arts and crafts and our farmers market that we have this year won't be fully up and running until 10 a.m. on Saturday. And then Saturday, we're rocking it out from 10 a.m. on 2 different stages. And the main stage doesn't close until midnight, Saturday and Sunday night.
I think I just answered Judy's question. Hello, Judy. I said, what day and evenings are the crab festival being held? She said, thank you.
You're welcome.
So now parking. Are people still going to be allowed to park on the bridge? Or, I mean, because there's very limited parking downtown.
So no one has told us that they're not allowed to park on the bridge. I've seen people park on the bridge before, and I've not heard anything about not parking on the bridge. We've reached out to the local churches and stuff that have, very large parking lots, and we've kind of got them all on board to charge the exact same amount across the board for their parking. And, there's all sorts of free parking downtown as well.
Okay. And now they're going to be souvenirs and stuff for people to buy. You guys got T-shirts.
We've got shirts.
got
Yes,
shirts.
definitely. We have them in 3 different colors. We've posted them up on our Facebook page and stuff to give everybody a preview. And they've been slipping out into the public to businesses and stuff nearby, and they've been able to kind of promote them and show them off. So hopefully when everybody shows up to the festival, we'll have them stop by the hospitality tent and pick up a shirt that they want. Now, if you are a volunteer, you will have the opportunity to get a free shirt if you sign up and come and do a couple of short shifts. Actually, even one short shift would get you a free shirt.
Yeah, you just have to do a shift.
Yeah, and some of those things are just like 2 hours long, or they can wind up having all kinds of different opportunities in different places with sit-down, air-conditioned positions, and the job positions range from almost anything that people can just cut out 2 hours of their time at the festival and lend us a hand running things.
Now, is there an information place downtown where they can go and get information when they get there on where things are at, or is there a board that shows everything?
We have the wayfinding signs, like I was telling you earlier, and we posted the map up on the Facebook page so people can kind of have a general idea when they get there. But we've also, like I said, made these wayfinding signs to give people a direction of where they're headed. And if you have any questions, you get lost or you lose an item or something, check in with us at the hospitality tent, which is, if you're looking at the map right now, it's that big old star there. It's going to be on the corner of Memorial Parkway and St. John's Avenue.
I got Cletus sitting in here. He wants to ask you guys a couple of questions, so I figure I'll let him in for a minute. How y'all doing? Damn, you're a pretty thing.
Thank you.
I hope you're talking to her.
Oh, you too. You look like one of them guys for GL magazine. No, that's GQ. I don't know what the Q stands for. But now, what is the Catfish Festival? Is that where I can go get drunk?
No, Catfish Festival is already come and gone.
Yeah, you missed
You're a little
that.
late for that one.
Oh, damn. Okay, then this one's got to be the Blue Crab.
That's
yes,
right.
the Blue Crab Festival.
The Catfish Festival, we don't care about that anyways. I don't even eat catfish. They're too damn hard to catch. So now, how long you guys been around this catfish and bluefish?
How long we've been? The Blue Crab Festival has been around for almost 30 years.
30 years?
Mm-hmm.
Now you got stuff out there you can eat?
All kinds of stuff. Big variety of food choices. We have Son of a Butcher. We have Manny's Cuban. We have Hawaiian honeycombs.
Do they have elephant butts?
No elephant butts
no,
this
fresh
year.
out of elephant butts.
Or elephant ears, whatever they call them things, they're all fluffy old looking
The funnel
things
cakes.
about that big.
We have dessert vendors offering a variety of different things. We posted some of the menus up on the Facebook page and in the event, so everybody can kind of get a preview of what we have to offer.
Yeah, now every time I go out one of them things, I get that damn powder all over my face, and the police, they don't think I'm doing that cocaine stuff. So, you guys got some place I can pee and wash my face and hands?
We
Or do I have
have
to
air
run into a
conditioned
restaurant?
bathrooms. Air conditioned bathrooms.
Air
And-
conditioning?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
hell.
So you don't
You got a
have to
snack
sweat
bar
and
in
pee
them?
at the same time.
You got a
could
snack
pee
bar
the
in them?
You have what?
A snack bar in the
A
toilets with
snack
air
bar?
conditioning?
No, not in the toilets.
I mean, I guess you could take your food in there if you wanted
Yeah,
to.
teach their own, bro.
Are they clean?
Oh, they're gonna be
Yes.
spotless.
Because
Yes.
come on, Uncle Louis, they go in there to eat a bologna sandwich.
I
That damn
mean,
thing smells like I'm eating a turd
I'd
sandwich.
prefer if you went to the dining table, the dining tent, and that has fans and stuff in it as well. You'll be able to cool down in that area, and you'll probably enjoy your bologna sandwich there. But I think you should skip the bologna sandwich and go straight for something from one of the food trucks, or Florida Fine Foods has a whole seafood selection that you can choose from, and I'm sure you'll find something there.
Yeah, I ain't ate none of them blue crabs yet. At least from hog jaw and chitlins and stuff. But is the blue crabs good?
Blue crabs are
Yes.
delicious. They're just hard to get into unless you know what you're doing.
You like dip them in butter and shit?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, all seafood's good in butter.
What about you got any hot sauce for them? I come from a long line of hot sauce.
Of course, there's gonna be
You mean
hot
you
sauce.
don't carry around hot sauce yourself?
You should have like
And
a
if
whole
you can't-
belt full of it.
Yeah, like a whole thing.
A
And if you
utility
can't,
belt.
I could promise you that I have at least 2 vendors over in our farmers market area that are selling sauces.
Oh man,
I bet there'd be
love
daddle
sausage.
pepper hot sauce.
I love
We got
sausage.
candy jalapenos coming.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
So they got a whole eating tent and stuff.
A whole dining tent so you can sit down and relax, and it's a little bit away from it's not on top of the music and stuff. So if having all that loud commotion going on isn't quite your thing, you want to enjoy your meal in peace, you're going to be pretty much between both areas, right there on the riverfront, in between where those memorials are, that big old missile and that giant tree. So before you get to the playground.
Okay, yeah, he done put a map up there.
Yeah, that's a fancy
Damn,
map.
that's a big ass
Yeah.
crab there now.
That's a big crab. And
It's
we
a whole
got
city
all-
block.
Yeah, and you could see how we pretty much filled up every single place possible.
You got a Ferris wheel on there?
Well, that's to represent our carnival.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you got snow cones?
Yes.
Because I love the snow cones. The only problem I don't like about them, I have to carry one of them wet wipers, for babies' butts. Because that red stuff gets on my lip. I can't look like one of the Ferdy boys. Like Seth over, he one of the Ferdy boys, but I don't see no lipstick on him, so
That's
I guess
right.
he's all right.
No lipstick.
Okay. All right. Well. All right. Now, where am I gonna park at when I get over there? 'Cause usually my truck is at the sheriff's department.
Well, there's the bridge. There's obviously plenty of parking spots at the churches. There's parking downtown. If you can find a parking spot, park there. If not, you can always park at, say, the government building,
Hitchcock's.
or Hitchcock's, and catch a bus in, or a ferry. I mean, not
Yeah.
a ferry, with trolley.
Trolley. The
Trolley.
trolley's going to be stopping at the ravines in the government complex, and I know my kids when they were younger, we got on the trolley just for fun and took a whole ride around the entire county. So, well, not the entire county, the city, but so it's the trolley is not something that they have running on their usual routes. They only bring it out for special occasions. They use it at the Catfish Festival down in Crescent City, and so they're going to wind up using it for the blue crab. We've gotten the honor of them bringing out the big guns for us too, and they'll be running one route for that, and then the bus has added a stop at the courthouse parking lot so that visitors can get dropped off there and do the entire walk back down St. John's Avenue, so they don't miss a single one of our vendors, because those streets are filled.
Well, I got to get out of here. You're pretty faithful.
Well, thank you.
Oh,
Thank you
gosh.
for doing that Blue Crab Festival. I know it ain't catfish. I was just messing with you.
All right.
Well, all right, well, I'm going to get out of here, but you got someplace I can park my jackass downtown? Are they allowing horses over there this year? Last year, 2 years ago, I saw them park them over there.
Parking horses.
I wouldn't recommend bringing a horse down there.
All right, well, I'll see you guys later, but, I mean, is there any place where, I don't know, is the best spot for me to park? That's what somebody put in there. Kim Peoples Road. Where's the best place to park downtown?
Personally, I would take advantage of the busing system. That's just me, because I want to save my walking for the festival. Because, like I said, we've filled out our entire footprint that we've been given. with all kinds of entertainment and vendors and food and carnival, everything that we could possibly fit in that area. So personally, I would suggest doing something like parking at the ravines and taking the trolley or the government complex. Take advantage of, you know, something that's not offered year round and only happens for special occasions. And if you want to park over at Hitchcock's, which, you know, is just a hop skip over at the on the other side of the bridge, you can get picked up there. That's a regular bus stop. Get dropped off at the courthouse and enjoy the entire festival, and just, you know, get picked back up and ride on over to your vehicle again. But there are a lot of opportunities for parking at the churches and other places nearby that, you know, traditionally have areas. So
Now, somebody wrote in and asked if you guys have handicap parking or a lot of handicap parking. And
handicap parking is, I personally, and there was a question on our page recently about this, because the concern was that we do have an area for handicap parking, which is right where that loop is, and a lot of people have been using it for like a kayak
put
launch.
Up the map, Chris.
It's that loop down by, yes, there's the handicap parking. So those two areas. Now, the point that she made was that not all handicap areas have that striped zone next to the handicap spot that a lot of people use for ramps. So I personally went down there this morning to look at that because I meant to answer her question. There are only 3 of them that have striped spots for people that have those kind of ramps and set up for, you know, their handicap situation, if they have any kind of physical disabilities or anything like that.
No, what locations is that?
There are 2 that are on the right by where the gazebo is. If you're looking at the map right now, it's going to be the one on the right there, and there is only one on the left hand side there, and that's pretty much on the in what would be like the River Center's parking lot area. So there's only 3, one on one side, 2 on the other. If you don't need those, we have plenty of other handicap spots. So if you don't have a ramp and you are a handicapped person, please use one of those other areas and leave those open for people that, you know, need that situation. That way that they can unload easily and, you know, not bang up your car.
Yeah, they're clearly marked though.
Yes, they're clearly
marked. Absolutely.
Yeah, they, like I said, it's about a 2 foot wide, maybe 3 foot wide piece that's as long as the parking spot, and it has that white block, and then it just has the stripes across it, and it's meant for people that have ramps and stuff. They park with that on that side.
Now, what about where the shuttles are running, like over Hitchcock's and stuff, or the?
All right, like where the stops are going to be.
Are you asking about handicap parking there?
Yeah, handicap parking.
Oh, well, there'll be handicap parking in the same. I mean, we haven't set anything extra up, so it's the same spots that would be available at Hitchcock's. Typically, I know for a fact that Hitchcock's, like, they have that bank that's towards the back of their parking lot there. That's closed down. Honestly, if you wanted to unload or park behind the bank, I doubt there's going to be a huge situation. But if you don't have, if you're parked like in one of our blocked off areas, like we have vendor parking marked off, we actually have St. John's Towing like in works with stuff. So I would definitely make sure that you don't try to just slip on in and think you're going to get away with it.
Yeah, it pisses me off when people park in handicap spots. Now, do the buses that are running over there, are they equipped to bring back handicapped people?
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I don't really know. And we could definitely look into that and get back to you.
It's the Ride Solutions buses, and they're all handicap accessible, so they should be able to pick people up.
Good point.
Okay.
I don't think the trolley is, but the Ride Solutions buses should be able to pick up handicapped people.
Okay. Does it cost them anything to ride over on these buses?
No,
that's free.
Okay. What about the trolley?
Free ride on the trolley.
Trolley's free as well.
Hell, I'll just come hang out and ride on the trolley all day.
Right.
There you go. It'll make a loop. I want to say the trolley's estimated to be about a 20 to 30 minute ride, I think.
I believe that's
and so, I mean, depending on how many people are loading up, pretty much, you know, it's just those 2 stops and coming right back. And I believe they're being dropped off close to the carnival. And then the bus over by the courthouse has more stops on its route, like I said, which includes the mall and Hitchcock's.
Oh, it goes all the way over to the mall?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Well,
we
that's a pretty
tried to
good
think
run.
of everything.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't going to let anybody have any excuses on why they can't come.
Now, do they have somebody in the trolley doing like historical stuff riding down through there, like on the right here? You have the old church that was built in 1920.
This isn't St. Augustine.
Okay. Yeah, they should do it. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of old buildings downtown, especially if they went through the back streets. A lot of
Yeah.
that's a lot of history setting there since the early 1900s.
It'd be a good idea for future events, but we were just lucky enough to actually get the trolley and get everything set up in the amount of time that we had. So
Yeah.
this time maybe there won't be somebody giving out tours, but then we could always look into that for next year.
I'm sure you guys could do a ghost tour too. I just got to go hang out in one of those buildings. I'm sure my ex-mother-in-law would show up at some point. That's one scary broad. Well, now I'm going to get my haters. Let's see. Do they have any pickup near the old Campbell building?
No, we don't have any pickup near the old Campbell building. But what we did do is we put cooling stations kind of throughout. And even that map that you guys have, we've actually added another cooling station on top of that. And I just want to give a shout out to one of your viewers. Jessica was actually the one that brought that up when we did this interview last. And so we pretty much started dropping in cooling stations. So we have stations that are just strictly for cooling. And then we also made sure to fan things like the hospitality tent and the dining tent, areas that we know that people are going to be in and want to cool down while they kind of hang out. So we don't have a pickup spot out at the Edge High School, which is the old Campbell building. Instead, we have a cooling station that's at the end there on the 400 block. That people can take a rest at, because we know with limited parking, if you choose to do that, take a break. It's going to be a really hot weekend, so we definitely suggest bringing your water. And then again, referring back to that map, those water drops, we actually have 2 tanks set up to where if you bring your water bottle and you want to keep refilling it, please do. I mean, we have emergency services on hand and we paid them good money, but I don't want to have to use them.
Joe Jordan wrote in and said, "Is hello Joe, or Joy? I'm sorry, Joe. Joy said, is there an age restriction for kids in the entertainment tents?"
Not to my knowledge, no, because our beer tent is separate from that. So there's not an issue with having anybody in the entertainment tent. And I'd hope not, because we have a band of 8th graders performing right now. So that would be an issue. So no, that's not a problem at all.
Yeah, we'll get into the bands in just a second here. But if you're a drinker, please do not show up there and get inebriated, because you're going to get your ass kicked by the cops.
No, please don't. We
by
have
a bunch
police
of other people
and sheriff on duty. And if you do decide to drink, we have actually asked for Ride Solutions is going to be running all the way till right at midnight or just after, I believe. And then we've also asked some private taxi companies to be in the area. So if you drink, don't drive. Just catch a ride with somebody or utilize our free transportation to get back to your vehicle. Just play it safe.
We're still trying to get some Uber and Lyft drivers down there too.
Yeah,
so.
if there's anybody that's Uber and Lyft that wants to listen, we expect over 50,000 people, so I'm sure
You'll
somebody's
be
going to
moving
want to
people
ride.
to and from, making a lot of money.
Yeah, nobody wants to see an asshole drunk, so don't show up and be an asshole.
No.
I'm telling you right now, it's not going to turn out good for you. This is a family thing, and now it's going on for 3 days this year, correct?
Correct.
Yes,
Friday, Saturday,
Friday
and
night,
Sunday.
all day Saturday, all day Sunday. Like I said, till midnight Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, is there any fireworks happening this year, or
Fireworks are Saturday night,
Saturday night? What time on Saturday night?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. We're going to be right in the middle of one band playing. They're going to take a little break, say something about the fireworks and everything. We're going to have fireworks, and then we're going to go right back into the music.
They're going to get shot off of the barge, or how are they doing it this year?
Yeah, they're going to do it that way, just over the water.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
They just have helicopter rides too.
We do.
Yes. Super exciting. I believe it's $20 per kid, $25 per adult.
Correct.
And that'll be down in the carnival area. We'll have signs pointing the way if you can't find it on your own, but that's right where we're headed.
Okay, so you got plenty of signs showing where everything's at. Do you have boards set up to show the locations and maps or anything?
Yeah, like she said earlier, we've got those Wayfarer maps. So there'll be little signs that say, the helicopter is this way, the main stage is this way, arts and crafts vendors are this way. So you're gonna always be able to find where you need to go.
Okay, cool beans.
Yes, and if you can't, we have a couple of volunteers that are going to be in the area that that can direct you to where you want to go, and you can always find your way to the hospitality tent, which, like I said, is going to be on the corner of St. John's Memorial Parkway. And I promise you, we would be glad to help you find exactly what you want.
Absolutely.
Hello, Linda. Linda just joined. Kim wrote in and said, "Are there any blues bands going to be there?"
There is.
Yes.
Absolutely.
At the acoustic tent, we have the Cat 5 Blues Band that's performing Saturday. That's a couple of local people and a couple out of town. Some people might know Bill Snyder. He's performing at the acoustic tent. And then we have a couple of blues people on the main stage too. So we worked really hard to kind of mix it up and hit every genre possible.
Oh, cool. Heather just joined in, and so did Calvin. Calvin is one of my buddies. I wish you guys could have gotten him there this year. Hello, Janice. But Calvin has a song, "One Nation Under God," and do we have that we can put up? We'll give Calvin we'll give him a shout out here for a second. We'll just play about 30 seconds of it. But he's one of my friends. He's a country music artist. And okay, Kim Peoples wrote in, "What time?" I don't know which one she's talking about on what time.
All of
the
our
blues
lineup
bands.
for the acoustic tent, the main stage, it's all on our event page, and it's also in the Facebook event. We have a flyer for each page, each day that we have the festival going. So there's a page for Friday night talking about Middle Ground, Justin Lee Parton, and Big Engine, which is the big one that a lot of people are really excited about. And then Saturday, it's got the entire spread for everything that we expect, leading all the way up to Heavy Petty, which will be coming on that night and closing down the show. And then, like I said, it covers the acoustic tent as well. They have their own individual posters for all the local artists and stuff, which I'm super excited about. The entire acoustic tent is all local talent.
I've known Steve for years. For
Steve
Middle Ground.
Middlebrook?
Oh yeah, for Middle Ground. I think
I'm
it's just
super
Middlebrook
excited
now.
because Steve gets to be a part of Middle Ground and open the Blue Crab, and then Steve also closes the acoustic tent for us on the last night. So he gets the first and the last performance.
He gets to bookend it.
Yeah, Steve kicks butt, man. I've known Steve for a long time, and I tell you what, he's one of the best artists that I've seen. I know a couple of the artists get a lot more recognition than what he does. This guy always shows up at events. I mean, if they need fundraisers to do stuff, just a hell of a guy. Steve, by the way, I know you're listening. Hello, Susan and Barbara and Janice. Oh, yeah, I already said Janice. The thing's going, so it's hard to keep up with. I got to catch it out of the corner of my eye.
Good. That means people are watching.
Yeah, Steve, I know you're listening. You need to send me those MP3 buddies so I can start pushing your music on here. Hello, Dina. Yeah, Steve kicks it out, even running solo, but he's going to have Middle Ground with him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Friday night he's with the band and they're doing their performance, and then Sunday he closes the acoustic tent. Now the main stage will be continuing on after that, but I think that it's just super cute and somewhat symbolic that he, our hometown guy, gets to be a part of the opening and closing of.
Now, is he going to be at the acoustic tent both times?
Friday night it's just going to be the main stage music. The acoustic tent will open Saturday at 10 a.m. is whenever they kick off.
Steve, I will be there right underneath you taking pictures of your nostrils every time I take pictures.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
Just for
Years
comedic
ago when I went
purposes.
to when I talked to Steve and I was out covering his band, and he kept walking over and he kept tilting his head back, and it kept showing his nostrils there. Every time I'd zoom in, he would lean over. So it's a private joke between him and I. He might not even remember it anymore. Now, what are some of the bands you're going to have there besides Middle Ground?
So, like she said, on Friday night we've got Middle Ground. We've got Justin Lee Parton, who's a phenomenal country music singer. I would not be surprised if he is like on the radio very soon.
Is he local out of Putnam County?
He is.
Okay.
And then we're, kicking off the festival the first night with Big Engine, who everybody has requested. As soon as we started announcing the Blue Crab Festival,
Are you gonna have Big?
are you gonna have Big Engine? Is Big Engine gonna be there? We gotta have Big Engine. So
Yeah, it
Guess
seems
what?
like a staple almost.
Big Engine's gonna be there.
Right.
So I was actually in Valdosta this past weekend talking to some people, and they're like, so y'all are having Big Engine there? Like, we've seen them here. Like, they were excited. They're like, maybe we should go see them. So, I mean, you know, Valdosta's not terribly far away, but that's a whole nother state there. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, if you'll have the artist contact us or send us some MP3s over, we'll be glad to push their music.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, especially local people.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to get the local people out. That's what IITW Radio and the Putman Way is all about. Is about featuring the county, even though we're worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
Is to let everybody know, hey, you know, there is a Blue Crab Festival. There's crap that happens.
Yeah.
In these little towns.
Well, Aaron and Matt did a fantastic job of getting local talent and sprinkling in a little bit of bigger groups from nearby cities, but still relatively close. I mean, everything that Aaron did for the acoustic stage was like completely local, right?
Yeah, everybody is local. I want to say the Cat 5 Blues Band might have a couple of people that are from other areas, but the soul and heart of it is from Putnam County.
Yeah, so that's really cool.
Oh, that is
and
cool.
everybody else is from Putnam County.
And then, you know, we have one of the really big bands, Heavy Petty, is coming. They're a Tom Petty tribute band out of Gainesville, where Tom Petty's from. And,
right.
I mean, if you close your eyes and just sit back and listen, it's almost like maybe he didn't pass. Maybe he's on stage right now. It's fantastic. So that's another like big band that we're really, really excited about. And, you know, Gainesville's not far away. I'd like to say that's still fairly local, you know. So that's a really cool band too. Who else? So I know a couple of friends of mine, some relatives of mine are actually in some of the bands that are playing. My cousin is actually the guitarist for Blackbird Morning. They're actually from Tampa. They are phenomenal. Him and his wife is the lead singer, and like I hadn't really heard anything they did until I found out they were coming to the festival, and I sat back and listened to their music, and I could not stop for days. Her voice is absolutely phenomenal. Who else? Who else is good? Bambi Easy from Jacksonville. They're huge.
Yes,
right?
yes, that's another good one. Yeah, we've just wound up getting a lot of people. We have Paper City Hustlers.
Paper City Hustlers. All three of those guys are local.
Hometown boys.
Yeah, all buddies of mine. They knock it out of the park. You name a song you want to hear, they're pretty much going to play it for you, man. And
yes.
I mean, they rock.
I've enjoyed their performances.
This is them right there.
Yes.
Okay. Somebody, hello, Melissa. Somebody just wrote in and said, do you have any Mexican, Hispanic, or Cuban type music being played this year?
I don't think we got that one.
No, I think Latin music was not one of the genres we hit. We do.
I will say we tried to find it.
Yeah.
We did do a search for it.
But we do have Cuban food and Cuban
Yes.
coffee. So
Okay.
Ooh,
we did what we
I'm looking
could.
forward to.
Man, I can't do that Cuban coffee.
Oh man,
That
it'll keep
stuff-
you up
We're
for
gonna
3
need it.
days.
I'm like that little kid on Talladega Nights. I'm all jacked up on Mountain
Oh
Dew.
man, it's crazy.
Just trying to get some of the other comments that I missed before. Oh well, they've already went past. If I didn't get your comment, I'm sorry. There's too many
That's
people
all right.
listening.
Comment it again. If you didn't get your answer, just comment it again. We want to answer all the questions.
Yeah,
I want
somebody-
everybody to be fully informed but prepared to have a great time.
Yeah.
They need to bring their water bottles, their sunscreen. I mean, get ready. They're good walking shoes.
Please, please, please. I know you love your pets. Don't bring them down there. It's too hot. We can't
It's
tell
so
you not
hot.
to bring them down there, but it's going to be so hot. You know that the animals are not going to enjoy that.
Yeah,
Yes.
and if you do bring them down in the evening, make sure they're on a leash. And if they turd, which all animals
Yeah.
do, bring a bag with you.
Please clean it up.
Because
Yes.
nobody wants to be stepping in your dog's gravy train.
And
Nope.
if you want to go home with a dog, we will have pet adoptions going on with Safe Pet Rescue. They're going to be located on 3rd Street, and they're going to be right across the cooling station. So just adopt your dog and sit in the cool area, and then maybe take them home so
And
get
they're-
them out the heat.
They have an air conditioned
Yes, they do.
section, so
Yeah,
they've got an
that's
air conditioned section to bring the animals to. So
Yeah,
don't
their
freak out
own
when we tell you
animals.
don't bring animals because it's too hot, and then we say come to
Yeah.
the festival and adopt an animal. They're in an air conditioned
Yeah,
section.
they're in a mobile air conditioned unit. So if you take them out of that and you want to take them home, go ahead and take them home.
Turk said, I wish I could be there, but everyone enjoy yourselves and be blessed.
Oh,
that's
thank
pretty
you
cool.
so much.
Thank you.
I'm
Yeah,
sure that we'll find some time to enjoy ourselves. We've put a lot of hard work into this, and I'm super excited for everybody to finally get to see what we were able to pull off when we were told it was going to be pretty much impossible to make this happen, or that we needed to scale it back or something. We really pulled out the big guns, and I think exercised every favor that we had to make this work.
I mean, we scaled it back to like one less day, right?
Yes.
But at the same time, we pulled off something in 3 months that we were told was not possible for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Whether it be there wasn't enough time, there wasn't enough help, there wasn't enough money, we went and made all of those things happen. So
Yes.
we hope everybody enjoys the festival that we've put forward. We think it's a little something new, a little take on the old, and a little something, bring it into the 21st century, like somebody said on Facebook page the other day. So, I'm super excited about what we've done.
Hey,
Yes.
Brian just joined. Jolie made a good point. Make sure your babies, grandkids, little ones have silk screen on them.
Absolutely,
Is there-
sunscreen.
Is there going to be a place to purchase sunscreen downtown, or they need to bring their own?
There are a couple of stores downtown that sell sunscreen, so while you're at the festival, stop in the stores and buy some from them.
Right.
Yeah, that way we can promote local business.
Absolutely. The whole reason why we're doing this is to get people down there and go into local businesses and see what we have to offer.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to protect the babies, especially out there in the sun, on the water. That water reflects that sun off 10 times the amount you normally would get
So bad.
out in the pasture somewhere.
So bad.
You don't want your kids to be peeling, man. They look like lizards. I know I've been through it several times with my kids.
Yeah, the very first time we took our daughter to the beach, we thought we were like being as cautious as possible, and we had her like in a tent, and she's in the shade and everything, and about 30 minutes later she's bright red because of the sun bouncing off of the sand. We didn't think about it. We were brand new parents. We're like, well, we are terrible. So please don't make that mistake. Put some sunscreen on your kid, bring them down there, and have a good time.
Yeah, they tell you, set the baby in the sun so it doesn't colic.
Yeah.
You know, it gets jaundice.
Yeah.
The horse is colic, but anyways, I don't wonder how many people even caught that. But Cletus,
He's back.
yeah, you don't want to leave them out there very long. It only takes. They told me to set my child in front of a window when she was a little baby, with my first kid back years
You
ago.
baked her like a baked potato
And
in the windows.
oh yeah, because I had to pull out back. I mean, like 10 minutes later, the kid's like barbecued,
Oh, absolutely.
looked like ugly on a stick.
It's one of those lessons
That's
you have
one
to
you-
learn, I guess.
That's the one you met that was in here earlier, Cheyenne.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Looks like she survived.
She made it.
Yeah, she did.
You got her to adulthood. Congratulations.
That's the goal.
Yeah, and again, stressing, as a couple of people wrote in that they don't like stepping in dog crap and stuff. Again, if you do bring your dog out in the evening times, or if you swing by and pick up one from animal control over there, make sure you bring a baggie with you.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of baggies. Some of them dogs, I've seen one lady walking with a bull mastiff downtown the other day and a Great Dane. It's like, I don't even know how you'd hell afford to feed those.
No.
But I'm sure they lay out some big loaves. So if you got that, make sure you bring the size and bring water for your pets.
Yes.
Don't rely on the water stations.
No.
Keep them hydrated. If you do bring them down during the day, don't walk them on the street all day. Imagine you walking barefoot. Take your shoe off and walk with your dog.
Mm-hmm.
When your feet get too hot, your dog's paws are too hot. So what else you guys want to talk about?
Oh gosh, there's so much that I'm so excited about, and things that I feel like we could just sit here and hype up all night. I know we covered a lot of the acoustic stuff and about how local it is, and I've honestly been super excited to work with all the arts and crafts vendors that have come in. And to maximize our area, we took advantage of the side roads with 3rd Street and 2nd Street. And going down 2nd Street there, we have a little farmer's market that we've kind of put up. And we've had a lot of people with, sauces or jams and handmade soaps and all kinds of stuff. So if you happen to try to cut through any of those little back roads that us locals know, we put people down there because we wanted you to catch everything.
Yeah.
And we wanted to maximize the space that we were given. and utilize every single corner that we could, pretty much.
Now, you guys have all of Main Street shut down?
We have all the way from 5th down to the
Memorial
Parkway, and Memorial Parkway pretty much up to where it comes back around almost on 3rd again is pretty much all ours.
Yeah,
for
so
the
St.
weekend.
John's from 5th down to Memorial Parkway and back around, and we have a little cut through, but you know, for the hotel guests that'll be
Yes.
staying there.
We will
But
let
outside
them
of that, but outside of that, most of it is closed off. So what's funny is, you know, when we started, it was like maybe a couple of weeks in, and we hadn't heard a whole lot from vendors. So we were getting a little nervous. We're like, maybe we should figure something else out, because I don't know if we're even going to get to 50 vendors. And now, I mean, you can see that map. They're all the way down 4th Street. They're down the side roads. I mean, Aaron went out there and got every vendor, arts and craft vendor, like this side of the Mississippi. I'm pretty certain.
I think the craziest one that I did was I've gotten kicked off Facebook multiple times because I have joined way too many Facebook groups back to back to try to find vendors in pretty much a 3-hour radius from where we're at, to invite anybody from near and far that wanted to join in and have this opportunity with us. And one of the craziest things was I used to wind up getting up every morning, having a cup of coffee, and I'd search for the Blue Crab Festival, and then it would pop up festivals for other areas. I actually saw somebody's phone number on their banner hanging from their booth display at some other festival. They've never even been to the Blue Crab Festival, and their phone number was hanging on there. I picked up my phone and I called them and was flat out, I saw your booth online and I think it looks super cute. This is what we're doing. I'd like to offer you this opportunity. And she had me email her the application, and she's coming. So, like, I straight up cold called a stranger, which, I mean, if you know me, that's not a surprise. So, I have literally gone to any length possible to try to get somebody in the door and work out with them with, you know, all their section requests and people who wanted to be by their friends and all kinds of things. We've tried to really meet their expectations, because we want not only the festival goers to have a great experience, but our vendors are cutting out time of, you know, with their families and stuff, as are we, that, you know, we want to enjoy it. We want everybody that's working the festival to enjoy it. So I've gone great lengths.
Are you sold out on vendor spots, or you still have
I have 3 sitting on my phone right now, and I would not be surprised if David Parsons has sent me another email today telling me that I need to call somebody else back, because I get probably anywhere from 6 to 10 emails a day from David from our festival line about people that are vendors and have questions, or that want to be a vendor, or some other kind of question. So I've been the lucky one to return a lot of crazy conversations.
Yeah, she originally wasn't allowed on the Facebook page, because
No.
she's well known for like getting kicked off of things. But no, so we would have to like constantly contact her and say, like, look, we got 4 or 5 more vendors lined up, so we need you to contact them. And finally we said, you know what, let's just cut out the middleman. You've got the Facebook page now, it's yours. And
Finally,
and
I
run with it.
gained their trust.
She finally did, yeah. I mean, at one point in time, we I think she was banned from 3 different places in less than an hour. So that was
Yes.
that was probably the most impressive thing
At
I'd
one
seen.
point, I couldn't even use Facebook Messenger and start new conversations with anyone, because I had sent too many Facebook messages out to people. I didn't even know that was a possibility, but I was straight up contacting businesses back to back.
I laughed really hard at it.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Calvin, my friend that's the artist, we're getting ready to play about 30 seconds of his music, but Calvin said don't forget the earplugs for the little ones too.
Yeah,
If
absolutely.
you're going to be in the tents.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. That's a good idea. Good idea. Damn
We
good
appreciate
idea.
tips like that, because,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, this is our first year, and we don't always, you know, we haven't thought about every single thing, and we've tried to make sure that everything we have thought about was met in some way. And so we appreciate little tidbits like that. It helps us out, and we can spread the word as well.
Maybe next year we can get little like blue crab shaped little foam things that can just
You're
bloop
stretching
right
it.
in the
You're
air.
stretching it.
I don't- you never
I'm
know.
noting
You never
next
know.
year. Next year.
And
you
if
never know.
If you don't have earplugs and you cannot find them, one thing that works well, take a cigarette.
What?
Do not shove the tobacco. Take a cigarette, break the tobacco part
No,
off of it,
No.
tear the
Do
paper
not
off.
support this message.
No, you tear the paper off.
He's just
they
use the
make-
filter.
They make
No.
great earplugs. The filters do.
No.
A lot of the military people will use those. They were using them back in World War II.
I have worked for an ear, nose, and throat doctor. You do not put anything inside your ear that
Including
is,
Q-tips.
that is smaller than your elbow.
Including
Like, don't do
Q-tips,
that.
but people do it.
No.
Yeah, what are they going to do for earplugs?
That.
Get
Walk
earplugs.
up to a local wino and say, "Hey, got a smoke?"
No. Oh my gosh. Please do not do that to your children.
Yeah, we're gonna put Calvin's song up. Hello, Lee. Oh my God, we got to put your picture of my friend Lee up. This is Calvin O. You guys need to get this guy over there next year. That's a great song. It'll probably take out Lee Greenwood.
When the fathers got together that 4th of July day, that's when the land you're standing on became the U.S. of A. United we will stand, but divided we fall. One nation under God says it all.
That's one of the artists that I talked to. You guys could get him really cheap next year. Of course, I'll have to put him up down at Fort Gates, but I don't mind doing that. But he kicks butt.
Sounded good.
Yeah, that guy's good. He's real good. Man, a Patriot and all that. Oh yeah, we got to put up a picture of my friend Lee. You guys ever met my friend Lee?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I hope you got a good, strong relationship with Lee.
Yeah, I do. Enough to put up this next picture.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Poor Lee.
I like those Lee. Actually, we'll put up a good picture of her. That's right.
Oh.
She's gonna get pissed off. Might as well put one of my friend Tammy up too. My business partner Tammy. Put this one up first. Oh, never mind. You got the one with crazy in it. I don't piss Tammy off. She's the one that's been promoting you guys on the Putman Way and making sure you guys get the word out.
Well, we appreciate Tammy. Let's not make fun of her and post bad pictures.
No.
I mean, that was a great picture. I mean, she's beautiful. So
I got to give a shout out before we get off the air to one of my friends. She's 90 years old or 90 years young. And we've been doing this thing down at Fort Gates Ferry, trying to save the ferry down there. And the ferry, Fort Gates has been there for 239 years. And we had a picture of her, Chris.
Hold on, we do, but we just got that announcement in from something that you might want to
Okay. Yeah, there's a public announcement. You guys want to read this?
No, I don't got a way to show it to them. Just
Okay. This is, Dear residents, this is Emergency Management Service. Is that who this is?
yes.
Organizations from our area are participating in a mock chemical spill on Thursday, May 23rd at Georgia Pacific. Palaca Mall operations. The exercise will occur between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. and is conducted to test the improvement preparedness for the emergency events in our community. Okay, so basically, if you see something going on at the mall, don't freak out. Don't send a bunch of stuff in. Nobody got pissed off and killed anybody. It's just they're doing emergency management stuff.
Some chemical warfare.
Yeah, A.J. Johnson just sent that over. So I have to make sure we put that up. Hello,
We
Kelly.
appreciate the heads up.
mm-hmm.
Kelly
Nobody
Vaughn
gets
kicks some
scared.
butt too. Now
Everything's
that's
fine.
another one you guys need to get down here.
Yeah, we've had a lot of great suggestions come from the community, and folks like yourself, and I know that we've gotten advice from people that have helped out with the Porch Fest and stuff, and they've had experience with other good musicians, and we actually pulled a couple from the Porch Fest lineup that are playing at the acoustic tent. So we've had a lot of resources and great suggestions along the way, and it was really tough to pick the ones that were interested, and we had people coming out the woodwork, all the way up to last minute, pretty much, wanting to be a part of our music stage and our main stage and our acoustic stage areas.
Yeah, I got to put this shout out, and I told this lady I was going to do it. This right here is one of the sweetest elderly women you will ever meet. She's 90 years young. She has a walker, but we've been trying to get Fort Gates Ferry back up and running. It's been down for 20 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I took this picture of her the other day. She volunteered to paint pickets for the dock out there that they're just adding new pickets and doing some repairs and stuff. 90 years old out there volunteering. I mean, all day long. I couldn't believe it. She's out working my butt. And That's her dad, Dale. He's the one that owns the ferry, one of the owners of it. And we're trying to get this thing redone. Now, the reason I bring that up is because you guys are still needing volunteers, or
Absolutely, we're still needing volunteers. Anybody who wants to volunteer, please contact us and let us know.
I think we were grandma. I don't think
I
I don't think
was
she'll
about to
be
say
there.
we'd be more than happy to have her.
But yeah, I just had to give her a shout out because she was down there busting her hump on that. And
Yeah.
at 90 years old, the one thing that we don't have enough of in Putnam County is volunteers. So now, if they want to volunteer,
Yes.
how do they get in touch with you guys?
There's a pinned post on our Facebook page that has a link for. We've had it pinned up to the top so that everybody can see it. It doesn't get lost in any of the mumbo jumbo and all the other exciting news. And it has a link for signing up to be a volunteer, and each individual job's listed up there. And it tells you kind of the working conditions and what's expected of you. And all you need to do is pretty much sign up, and it'll tell you a name of a person that signed up. So say Seth and I wanted to both sign up to do a certain thing, a certain task or something, wayfinding or at the hospitality tent, or if we want to do a shift at the beer tent, and I wanted to work with my buddy, I can see another person's name up there and jump in. So we have lots of positions available with all kinds of different working conditions. I mean, from selling T-shirts and the air conditioned, cool down hospitality tent to something that, you might be a little more physical fit to walk around and help people find their way as a wayfinding person. Or trash pickup, stuff like that. We have all kinds of different things, even something as simple as vendor breaks. We understand that vendors are going to wind up needing to step away and go to the bathroom, or go to a cooling station and just take a break and cool down themselves. They're people too, just like all our festival goers. So we want them to be able to have that chance to get a break themselves, and we accept volunteers to even help with that. And if you help, you get a free T-shirt.
And if you're not going to actually volunteer to help, at least bring your phone down there and take pictures and send them to us and show us that you're having a good time. Because one of the things that we were running into this year was trying to promote the festival, but we didn't have any pictures from the festival, so it was kind of hard to show people what they can expect. Well, if we do this going forward, or whoever comes along, we want to have examples of what it actually is so that we can keep it going, because nobody wants it to end this year. We want it to keep going. So, that's the mission here.
Calvin said he's gonna put up 1,000 earplugs for the kids for next year.
For next year.
Yeah, he's all the way in Sarasota. So you already got an offer to start for next year. He's your first offer.
1,000 of them.
We appreciate it.
1,000 earplugs.
All right. I want you to text me his info, and I already have a spreadsheet for next year's ideas of do's and don'ts.
Calvin, I'm worried she will try to push you for about 10,000. So just be
that
aware.
might happen. That might
You'll
happen.
be able to
Persuasive.
Calvin's a damn good guy. He will come over for cheap and play.
There we go.
I know that because we'll put him up down at Four Gates Ferry if he'll come over and play. Yeah, well, that's cool. Thank you, Calvin.
Yeah, thank you. We
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
going
I
to give
wish
him
we-
your
wish-
information.
And see, it's situations like this where we wind up getting people in response and where they're interested in things, and that's how a lot of different stuff is winded up happening.
Yep.
We just wind up getting involved with people, and somebody says, "I know a guy," or "I know a lady," and they put us in touch with those people, and we've just kept those balls rolling pretty much down every avenue and maximized, like I said, every favor and resource that we could think of.
Hello,
From
Kathy.
billboards to Channel 4 and all kinds of stuff.
My favorite airline stewardess in the whole wide world,
Jenna's going to kill
Kathy.
you.
Maybe she'll fly in for the Blue Crab Festival. One important thing now, every year, no matter what festival you go to, wherever kids get lost, what have you guys set up for? If a kid gets lost, you guys cops set up.
So
tell the parents what they need to do, because there's always one or two people that freak out, don't know what to do.
Yeah, so we have both the city police and the sheriff's department working the festival, so they will be there in uniform. You will know who they are. If you come up to any volunteer, they can help either get you in contact with one of them or to one of the committee members, because we're all going to have walkie-talkies on us as well, so we're going to be able to communicate very rapidly throughout the festival if we hear of any sort of missing child or any sort of incident like that. So
Yes.
we will put out a what, code Adam, or whatever you want to
Yes.
call it, and it'll be taken care of as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and one thing is, and I don't really like leashes, but they do have the kid leashes. I don't even know where you can buy one in Putnam County. But, tie, if you got a dog leash, clip it to your kid's belt loop because they disappear quick. My son, when he was 2 years old, disappeared in a Target. He climbed up in some clothes racks. I mean, they did a whole lockdown and everything, but that's one of the scariest things in the world when your child comes up missing.
I really want to take a picture of somebody walking their child on a leash at this festival. So somebody please make that happen for me.
I will. I'll have my
Shame on you.
I'll have my 20-year-old daughter up there
I
on
will
a
take
leash.
that picture. I will be super excited about
Shame
that.
on you. I
I'll
have
be-
rambunctious kids. I'm gonna put
Well, he
you
said his
on
20-year-old. I mean, she had a.
That seems. I'm not gonna.
Well, yeah.
Comment on
I
that.
have to bring my 20-year-old because I have to keep the guys away from her and just snatch her back in
Oh
line.
Keep her
Her
out
and
of the
Brittany.
beer tent.
my. Please,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
We
You're not-
will
you're
be
not
checking
there.
IDs.
Yeah.
Well, they got a good forager, so watch out. Hello, Lewis. Okay, we got about 3 minutes. Yeah, Calvin said you can go ahead and book him for next year. He'll come do it.
Fantastic.
He'll give you a damn good price. Bring your earplugs with you too, Calvin.
Yes.
Yep.
You got 3 minutes and 37 seconds. Give your spill. Shoot.
You first.
I'm gonna let you guys close it out.
Haha.
Come to the Blue Crab Festival. Take a break anytime you need in the cooling stations, and use the sunscreen. Bring your water bottle. Stay hydrated. Take advantage of all the shady spots that we have. Check out every vendor and every nook and cranny, from the 400 block in front of the courthouse down 3rd Street, down 2nd Street where our farmers market is, in front of Uncork and Unwind. We also have restrooms down at the end by Presbyterian. We have restrooms over by Memorial Parkway and St. John's. Our main stage is going to be rocking pretty much through the entire weekend, starting Friday night. About 6 o'clock, they're going to be kicking off music all the way until 10 p.m. And then Saturday, we've got everything going. Arts and crafts vendors, all 126 spots will probably be filled by the time this festival starts. And trust me, I really feel that way. and then we'll wind up having music playing from 10 a.m. all the way until midnight Saturday. Fireworks will be Saturday night at 9. That's something you don't want to miss. I would suggest parking early and finding a good spot, grabbing a bite to eat, and camping out somewhere, having a nice little picnic on the riverfront. Take advantage with the time and the food that we have to offer. Camp out down there, spend a little time with your family, enjoy the carnival that's going to be open late, ride on the helicopters. Just pretty much. Did I miss anything?
Maybe I should have went first.
Yeah.
You tried to take everything.
Yeah,
Hey, I got.
sorry,
Let me
that's
cut
me.
in 1 second. Jolie had a really good idea. She says what she's been doing with her kids: take a Sharpie marker and write their phone number on their hand or across their fingernails, and then cover
Yes.
it with clear fingernail polish.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I've also heard taking a picture of your child like right when you come to the event, because then that shows what they're wearing, what
Exactly.
they look like, things like that. So
Most
so that's
updated
like
picture.
yeah, so that's something. And then when you take a picture of your child, also post it on our Facebook page, our Facebook event.
Yeah.
Because we want to see them have fun. We have
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, we enjoy it. We want to see everybody out there having a great time. And
You're gonna see my daughter all over that thing.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I have 4 kids, and I'm sure that you'll see them posted up somewhere.
So before you do all of that stuff, go to the Facebook page, like everything, share everything, post whatever you want to post. Talk to us, let us know, and then when you get there and you're having a good time, come up, talk to somebody that's in one of the volunteer shirts. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what we can do for next year, just in case. You
Yes.
know, so we want to make this a great experience for everyone.
Okay, I
True.
want to thank you guys for coming in.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
You guys are incredible. I'm glad you guys have taken this over. I say guys, I mean lady too. But I'm glad you guys have taken this over, and you guys seems like you've done a fantastic job on it. I'm be looking forward to seeing you guys out there. Don't forget, if you're going to go out there, it's this weekend. Make sure you cover your kids, hydrate. Don't bring any animals. If you do, make sure they've got plenty of water. Make sure you go up and thank these two here and all the rest of. There's a lot of other members.
Yes,
Absolutely.
well.
definitely.
So, all right, you guys have a good evening, and we'll see you there this weekend. I'll be back on tomorrow night with Greg, and we'll be doing politics, problems in American democracy tomorrow night. It'll give you guys plenty of time to get pissed off at him. All right, we're out of time. I'm out of here. We love you. We'll see you guys later. Thank you to all of our volunteer firefighters and our first responders and our people in the service. You guys be safe.
I'd been that good guy way too long, followed every rule, holding back instead of acting like a full-grown fool. When bad intentions came to call, I firmly stood my ground, till one day I said, screw it all, and I turned my life around. Yeah, I told my better angels they could go piss up a rope, not come back unless they brought a sack of killer dope. I'm smoking packs of cigarettes and drinking quarts of beer, snuggling with my demons, and I kinda like it here. Now everything that's bad for me becomes my comfort food, and from time to time I take a pill to elevate my mood. I'm coveting my neighbor's ass and things that I can't have. I bathe myself in misery like it's medicated salve. Since I told my better angels they could go piss up a rope, not come back unless they brought a sack of killer dope. I'm smoking packs of cigarettes and drinking quarts of beer, snuggling with my demons, and I kinda like it here. As long as I got gas to burn, I won't hit the brakes, 'cause I've still got a lot to learn from my own mistakes. I told my better angels they could go piss up a rope, not come back unless they brought a sack of killer dope. I'm smoking packs of cigarettes and drinking quarts of beer, snuggling with my demons, and I kinda like it here. Yeah, I'm snuggling with my demons, and I kinda like it here. It's a real nice place. I kinda like it here. I don't care what Mama said. Intervention? What are you talking about?